Yeah, Kilo Golf 4 Zulu Oscar Delta. I'm just checking out a microphone I just acquired. I just wanted to see if it was working okay.
The Zulu Oscar Delta station, come back with the full call sign, please, phonetically.
Golf 4, KG4ZOD, located, name is Donnie, located in North Carolina.
Roger, Donnie. My fingers don't write fast. Anyway, okay, so come back and tell me about your antenna system. Let me hear you.
Okay, I'm got an invert. Actually, it's a fan dipole it's resonant for 40, 75, and 160, and works everything from 6 to 160.
Okay, I noticed something kind of bumping along on the peaks. I'm not sure exactly what that was, but there was a faint distortion on each peak of the word. What we recommend, if you're running, well, we recommend that you run your compressor, your processor, but only at about a 3. Engage your processor, but only at a 3. Roger, Roger?
Roger. Well, I don't run a processor because all that's doing is putting extra strain on your panel. So I don't ever use your processor.
Well, that's unfortunate because what happens is, without processing, your average peak modulation will be about 30%. Your dynamic range will be 10 dB, and your average percent of peak modulation will be 30%. Whereas, if you had a little processing, you could bring your average peak modulation up to 80-85% with a 3 dB dynamic range. But, you know, everybody's got to run their own station. And, you know, as far as taking a tally on your final, you know, that's what radio's all about. I mean, you could pull your modulation down to 10% and save a bunch of tube life if you wanted to.
Oh, yeah. Okay, now I turned the processor up. Yeah, you said 3. I got it setting on 3 right there. I don't know. Did that make any difference?
Well, it's the beginning of a process. The next stage, do you have an ALC meter, Roger?
53 Radio Fox.
Standby station.
Yeah, I think it is, yeah.
Okay, engage, well, get your ALC meter running there, and then come back and talk into your microphone normally, and adjust your mic gain until your ALC is reading mid-scale to 2/3. Adjust your ALC by way of your mic gain to where your ALC is running mid-scale to 2/3.
Okay, that's about halfway right there, maybe a little less.
All right, and now tell me about your antenna and for about 10 seconds or so.
Yeah, I said that's halfway right there on the ALC. And I'm running a Kenwood 5, running a Kenwood 850S.
Roger. Now that last transmission, I'm running a Kenwood 820S, was clean. But before that, I was hearing little bumps on your peaks, and I'm not sure what that is. You know, unless you might be getting a little RF into your audio. But otherwise, I really couldn't say what it was. It's not terrible, but I just noticed that there is a little peak distortion for whatever reason. Roger?
Yeah, that may be because I'm driving the bike too much and I hit certain levels hit too high and it's distorting.
Oh, Roger. Well, that's the reason behind running the compressor. That will take care of those peaks, and you know, once you begin speaking, it will set your level within reason, you know. And then what happens is that preconditions your audio, and then as the audio flows through the transmitter, it's at a good level, and then when it comes up on the ALC, what you're looking at on the ALC meter is the output of your limiter. Now, most folks don't realize that there is a limiter that's in back of all your audio. And what that limiter is designed to do is to keep the excursions in your bandpass from annoying your next door neighbors as far as RF signals 3kc off of your main frequency. So and that's why we suggest running that ALC at mid-scale to 2/3, because that's an easy signal for the limiter to handle, and that will help your audio in that it will achieve a 3 dB dynamic range, which equates to 80 to 85% average peak modulation. Roger?
Hey, Roger. Okay, yeah, I just, hold on just a second.
WA3MIX on frequency.
Roger, roger, sir. You're next. Stand by, please.
Roger.
So is that Donnie there in North Carolina?
Okay, I just tried it with the amp on. Could that make any difference? The ALC still staying about the same.
Roger, it's not bad. Now, I wouldn't worry about it right now. The thing to do, a lot of what you do on your radio is determined by how you operate your microphone. Now, you may think that's strange, but your relationship to your microphone is the beginning of the transmission. And so the more redundant you are as far as being able to work your microphone effectively, the better your signal's going to be. So I have suggested in the past that folks take their watt meter to where they can see it as they're speaking, and they can use their watt meter as a VU meter because it is reflecting the amplitude of your voice. So as you're looking at your VU meter, you're seeing your speech level, and you can see if you pull off mic like that, your watt meter will drop off, and if you're back on it where you should be, you can see that on the watt meter also. So it's interesting if the more time you spend watching your watt meter as you QSO, Roger.
Yeah, that's one thing I do. I do keep an eye on the watt meter, and when I'm running the amp, I'll keep a check on the watt meter and the on the meters on the amp also. Yeah, I try to keep my eye on both of them while I'm talking.
Roger, now that transmission was just perfect, and I noticed that maybe you might need to clear your voice from time to time, Roger.
Oh yeah, I'm just getting over a cold.
Roger, and that will put a raspiness in the audio. So when you're not speaking, sometimes you go ahead and clear your voice in preparation for your next transmission. Roger, Roger.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, sometimes it's hard, especially when you're calling a net.
Yeah, tell me about it. Well, anyway, what was the name there? Donnie or Danny?
Yeah, Donnie, located Burlington, North Carolina. I didn't catch your name and location either.
Roger, Donnie. This is Jim, Juliet, India, Mike. We're located near Louisville, Kentucky. We're just on the other side of the Ohio River, right at Louisville, and the call is Kilo Charlie 9, Victor Kilo Victor. And FYI, we are recording this afternoon from 3:30 till 5. So if you want to check out your audio, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for Kilo Charlie 9, Victor Kilo Victor, that will take you to our Qso-Vlog page. Right now we're running about 730 Qso-Vlogs, but you'll be looking for a Qso called My Group Aircheck 9/20/19. My Group Aircheck 9/20/19, and it should be, with any luck, on page 1. Roger?
Hey, okay, Kilo Charlie 9, Victor Kilo, what was the last?
Victor Kilo Victor.
And that's Mike check 80, was that right? 82019.
It'll be My Group Aircheck 9/20/19. Today's date. My Group Aircheck 9/20/19. Roger?
Micro Aircheck 9/20/19.
Yes, sir. My group, as in a party, my group, air check, 9/20/19, Roger.
Okay, yeah, I wrote it down. When you said that would be on?
It'll probably take us a couple of days to upload it, so expect it within the next 48 hours. I'll probably upload it sooner than that, but sometimes things get busy, and I don't want to promise something I can't deliver. So I just say it'll be up within the next couple of days. Roger.
Hey, Roger. Okay, yeah, I'll check that out. And by the way, let me invite you. I don't know if you're into it or not, but let me invite you to come to our net. I'm an officer in the 3905 Century Club, and we work nets on 40, 75, 160, 20, and CW, PSK, really all the whole 9 yards on everything on the modes. And yeah, if you would check out our website at whiskey.3905ccm.com.
Roger that. And just suggesting before you go, do you know how to get to your EQ?
Excuse me again?
Do you know how to bring up your equalizer on your radio?
No, not on this one. I've got two 570S's, and I just got this radio. And I got two 570S's, and I had never looked at the menu on that as far as that goes.
Roger. Well, if you get a chance, I would add 2 or 3 clicks of top-end EQ for that microphone on that radio. It just didn't have the nice edge that would really help you. Your basic equalization is correct, but if you just cranked in about 3 clicks more top end, that would put some silk onto your top end of your audio. Roger.
Hey, Roger. Okay, yeah, I'm going to hook my 570s back up. I got some other stuff I need to do on CW, and I'll do that on there. But, yeah, I'll check out that YouTube out. I better write YouTube down or I'll forget it. Yeah, anyway, there was something else I was going to ask you, but I can't remember now what it was. It's called age.
Tell me about it. And F.Y.I, I'm receiving you this afternoon on my 10-foot mag loop antenna, and you are doing really well, so I think you'll like your recording. So we'll say 3s for now, and you have a real good day and a real great afternoon and weekend. 3s. Catch you later. It's KC9VKV, and there was another station that was holding the other station. Go ahead.